No, we started this project in 1989 with the community center, and at that time there were not many community centers. So we felt that the message, the true message of Islam, should be conveyed to our youth in the language they understand. See, most of our centers at that time were doing most of the activities in a very ritual manner, sure, which our youth were not really connected because it was done mostly in our native languages, which the youth didn't understand. And apart from the language itself, the subject matter didn't relate to them. It was a little bit, because we're coming back from a different background, a different culture, we take things more emotionally. And the youth in this country want to see things more objectively and intellectually. So that was the motivation that we started. Even before we started the center, we used to have seminars in Washington, D.C. and IEC at Washington, D.C., where we organized a Memorial Day seminar, and then we changed it to Labor Day because of the timing of our religious months. And we did it on a manner like we would have lectures in the morning and then workshops in the afternoon. And the workshops were more interactive, dealing with contemporary issues in Islam, growing up in the West, like how to make a will and how to nurture children in this country and that kind of issues. So that was our motivation, to give Islam a practical shape in this new environment.
Sure, mashallah, that's very good. And do you see that the presence of youth is increasing with time in these settings where it's less cultural and more addressing their needs and communicating in the way that they can understand and relate to?
You know, I see there is more involvement of the youth, but still you have to satisfy the emotional and religious needs of the older.
Sure.
So you need that, you cannot. The youth are looking at it from a different perspective. So we try to combine them sometimes. Just changing the language, it doesn't work.
Sure.
So you need to address the adults' needs, which is as well as the youth needs. So youth are more inclined to do it more on an interactive basis rather than didactic type of.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Ahsant. And being the medical professional that you are, who's also dedicated to religion, can you tell me what connection do you see between spirituality and religion? And does the religious teachings of Islam predict some of the medical advancements that we see today?
Yes. Sometimes we want to separate the mind from the body or the spirit from the body, but it doesn't work like that. There's so much interconnection between mind and body, and modern science, neuroscience, is proving it in different ways. You know, like there are whole new topics, like they're called sociogenomics, how our thinking affects at our cellular level, how our thinking affects at our telomeres. Telomeres are the caps on the chromosomes. And the length of the telomeres depends on predicts the health of the cells. Longevity is predicted by telomere length. And how we think affects that. So, we have the la zikr la tatma'in al-qulub and that kind of. So I try to relate that to my practice in medicine. And I've been in practice for 46 years, so I have passed through different stages, and I practice in a Orthodox Jewish community in Lakewood. They are very religious, so I kind of talk to them in a more non-sectarian type of way. Excuse me for a minute. So I try to convey a message that mind, body are not separate, they are linked together. How we think affects us at a very cellular level. And also, like for example, there's a hadith which says one saat or one hour of contemplation is equivalent to 70 years of ibadah.
Sure.
So, and then modern contemplative sciences are proving that how thinking about compassion, kindness, thinking good of others affects us at our cortical level. The functional MRIs are showing that the cortical layer of the brain, even in 2 weeks of half an hour each every day of compassion, kindness, meditation makes changes in the brains. It makes new synapses and all that. So I try to relate that to my practice of medicine.
And from your experience, do you see that non-Muslims are starting to realize that there is indeed a connection between spirituality and religion, and specifically, Islam, that Islam has predicted certain things which we do see today?
Yes, I know. The thing is, a lot of our du'as, for example, if they are not, first of all, we need to digest them ourselves, understand ourselves. Sometimes we just recite this as a ritual and not paying attention to the deeper aspects and meaning of the du'as.
Sure.
Like, for example, Du'a Makarimul Akhlaq from Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. There's so much meaning in that. It says, the Imam says, don't raise me a single degree unless you lower it to the same degree in myself, in front of others.
Sure.
Gratitude. There's whole new research done on gratitude. Robert Emmons from University of California, Davis, he has done, he's the point in one of the 4 researchers doing research on gratitude. And he has written books on gratitude. In our religion, Quran says, if you are grateful, I will raise you. Not only raise your blessing, but I will raise you. So I was asking him, Sheikh, what does raise you mean? It means I'll make you closer, I make your heart wider, to receive my blessings. So I think that message has to be conveyed within ourselves first, among our people, that they pay attention to our teachings, Quranic teachings, as well as the teachings of our Imams, and also try to practice it themselves, become better ambassadors of Islam, and in all our dealings, especially as a medical professional, we think we carry a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, that the people are entrusting you with their well-being and their health, and you are obligated to do to the best of your ability to guide them properly. Now, I tell my patients I'm a ear, nose, and throat physician, but I think it's not limited to that. But I take the patient as a whole, and I tell them if they are overweight, I tell them to eat proper diet. If if they have diabetes, there are a lot of research being done where just changing your lifestyle properly can reverse diabetes, can reverse heart disease, can reverse hypertension. Lot of even in this day and age, physicians don't know these things. Like, for example, fasting. In our religion, there's a lot of research done on intermittent fasting, the concept of autophagy, that how our cells recycle our dead old cells and mitochondria. Yes. And the Nobel Prize was given for describing this concept of autophagy in 2016 to a Japanese scientist. And autophagy increases if you fast, because then your body is challenged. You're not getting external nutrition, so it's challenged to do better. And so it recycles our own dead cells, which can be a source of inflammation and which can result in chronic diseases like cancer, etc.